Welcome back, yogis. It's me, Allison. Today we honor the first new moon of the fall season, the new moon in Libra, with a 20-minute balancing slow flow yoga practice. This new moon is all about transitions as we ease into the fall season and the time of the moon. Autumn teaches us that to embrace change with grace, we must slow down, find our balance, and prioritize rest. So let's begin. I recommend having a blanket ready for class today. And if you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe for yoga aligned with the moon, the seasons, and the wheel of the year. Let's get started in a comfortable seat. Resting the hands face down on your knees. Start to notice the breath. Arriving in this moment. And we'll begin with a very balancing pranayama or breath work today. Samavriti or same wave breath. Simply taking a nice deep breath in for a count of 4 and a full and complete breath out for the same count of 4. Moving with a count that works for you, and perhaps finding a gentle pause at the top of the breath and at the bottom. And then bringing the hands to heart center. On your next exhale, interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you in angry cat. Inhale, sweep the arms behind. Interlacing, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pressing the palms away, rounding the spine. Inhale the arms behind, interlace, and open your heart to the sky. Just flow with your breath at your pace. All the while thinking cat-cow with the spine and being patient with the shoulders. On your next breath out, press the palms forward and hold. And inhale, send the arms overhead. Soften the elbows and bring the arms back a bit further, softening your gaze on the top edge of your mat or on the horizon. Steady breath. Exhale, hands behind you. Pressing into the fingertips, lift your heart, look up. Option here to lift your hips and rise to the tops of the knees. Just a little extra stretch for the hip flexors too. And exhale, lower your seat. And let's come into tabletop. Starting with some cat-cow. Find the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. As you inhale, open your heart forward. Exhale, curling the tailbone under, bring your chin to your chest, rounding the spine to the sky. Inhale, cow belly breath. And exhale, round. Keep going with your breath. On your next exhale, shift back into child's pose. Bringing the knees nice and wide, your big toes to touch, and walking your arms long. Bring the palms together and bending your elbows, bring the thumbs to the back of your neck. Breathe into the stretch. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, press up to tabletop. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Soften your knees. Relax your head and neck. And then bending the knees, look forward. Let's walk or step up to the hands. Inhale, find a flat back. And exhale, fold in. Any fold of your choice. Again, shaking the head and neck loose. And bending deep into the knees. Maybe even shaking it out of the hands and the wrists too. Breathing in, slowly roll up to standing. And then roll the shoulders up and back a few times. From mountain pose, let's bring hands to the hips and step the feet as wide as the mat, toes angling out to the side. And start making some big swivel circles with your hips going clockwise. Warming up those hip joints. Breathing. And then pausing, inhale the arms to sky, heel toe your feet under the hips. And as you exhale, fold in half, softening your knees. Inhaling, lift halfway. And exhale, step your right foot all the way back. We're going to drop the knee and untuck the toes. But first, grab your blanket, place it under the leg to cushion the knee. Inhale, arms to sky for low lunge. Relax your shoulders. Relax your eyes. Getting ready for a little balance flow. Exhale, sweep the arms behind you and straighten your front leg for a variation of half split. Inhale forward, reach the arms back up. Exhale, hinging back. Move with your breath and keep your eyes steady forward because this can get a little wobbly, as you can see. Sometimes it helps to tuck your back toes. Inhale, arms to sky and pause. Then bring your hands to heart center, tucking the back toes. We're going to lift the back knee for warrior 3. Now take your time, press off your back foot, and balance on your left leg. Slowly hinging up, bring that foot to the floor next to the other. Mountain pose. Good job. Bringing hands to hips, step the feet as wide as the mat for some counterclockwise hip circles this time. Starting to swivel. And these circles can be little or really big. Just move with your breath. Remember, no rush. Inhale the arms to sky, heel-toeing the feet under the hips. Exhale, soften the knees and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, left foot steps all the way back. Perhaps your blanket is already in place. And inhale the arms to sky. Anjaneya Asana. Draw the navel in. Steady your gaze forward. As you exhale, sweep the arms behind you, straighten your front leg. Think about bowing your heart over the toes. Inhale, hinge forward and up. And exhale, hinge it back. Keeping your heart open, your chin lifted. Move with your breath. Remember, you can tuck the back toes to feel a little more stable. On your next inhale, take that low lunge and pause. And then hands to heart center. Tuck your back toes. Slowly lift the back knee and then launch yourself into Warrior 3. And as you bow your heart, think Cobra, a little lift to the chest as well. Flex your back foot. Slowly hinge up, taking mountain pose, arms by the sides, palms shining forward. Feeling stillness. Inhale the arms to sky. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. And stepping back to plank pose. If you'd like to move through vinyasa, you can. But we're going to drop the knees and meet again in child's pose. Maybe that blanket is still under the knees, which is always the nicest little cushion. Slowly walk your hands in. Move your blanket to the side. And coming to a seat with the knees bent, the feet flat on the floor, your hands behind you. Figure 4 cross the right ankle over the left knee. And lift your heart to the shin. For more sensation, you can bring that heel in closer to your bottom. And checking in with the wrists. For a little less sensation, you can point your fingertips out to the sides. And if it's a lot of sensation for the hip, you can have the legs straight, a little bent, or you can stick with the foot flat on the floor. Just keep breathing. On your exhale, release the foot back to the earth. Fingertips forward or out to the sides. On your inhale, lift your hips for reverse table. Opening your throat to the sky, look up. Last breath. And exhale, drop your seat. Heel toe the feet as wide as the mat, letting the knees fall to the right side in a staggered twist. And then to the left side. And again to the right, and stay. Walk your arms around to the right side and towards the back of your mat, lowering your chest and face down. Rest your right cheek to the mat and breathe. Making any adjustments to be comfortable. On your next breath in, press the palms into the earth, rising up, taking it slow. Bring your hands back behind you, knees bent, feet to the floor, and cross your left ankle over the right knee for that same figure 4 stretch. Fingertips out to the sides or forward. Leg can be straight, a little bent with your heel on the mat, or with a flat foot. Open your heart and breathe. On your next exhale, bring the foot down, preparing for upward table. As you inhale, lift, feeling your whole body open to the sky. Grounding strong through the hands and feet. Exhale, lower the seat to the mat. Heel to your feet as wide as your mat. Let the knees fall left for a moment. Then inhale them through center over to the right. Inhale through center back to the left. Then start to walk your hands over to the side, completing the twist towards the back of your mat. Rest your left cheek on the mat or on your hands, whatever feels good. And of course, adjust your legs so that you can be here comfortably. On your inhale, walk your hands in, slowly pressing yourself up, spiraling back to center. Reach for your blanket and let's come to lie down on the back. Drawing the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice squeeze and rock side to side, massaging your low back. And then we'll come into Shavasana, really just taking any pose that feels relaxing and restful for you. But if you're taking traditional Shavasana, grab your blanket and drape it over the hip flexors. Just giving yourself a little warmth and grounding weight across the hips. Take a nice deep and cleansing breath. and take your rest. And starting to bring the awareness back to the body, rock your head from side to side, move your fingers and toes, and reach the arms overhead for a stretch. Bring your feet to the floor and moving your blanket off to the side, press up to a comfortable seat. We'll bring our hands to heart center. Sharing just a few conscious breaths together. Thank you again for joining me for this yoga class honoring the new moon in Libra. As always, I appreciate you spending your time and energy with me. Let's bring our thumbs to the third eye and bow to honor each other. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and say hi below. I love connecting with you in the comments, and I will see you again soon on the mat and under the moon. Bye, yogis.